Hello guys, welcome to my channel Not Just a Doctor. Today we are going to see about fertilization. First, let's know the definition of fertilization. The process of fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote is called as fertilization. The gametes are also known as pronuclei, and the site of fertilization is ampulla of the uterine tube. Now here the uterine tube consists of three parts, and the first part is isthmus, ampulla and the infundibulum. The infundibulum lies closer to the ovary and the isthmus lies closer to the body on the fundus of the uterus, and the part between the isthmus and the infundibulum is called as ampulla. Okay. Next, the fertilization is better explained by three processes, that is approximation of gametes, fusion of gametes and results of fertilization. Now first let's see about the approximation of the gametes. During coitus, a male ejaculates 200 to 300 million sperms, but only 200 to 300 sperms survive to contact the female gametes. The female gamete here is the secondary oocyte. And because of the immune response in the female, only 200 to 300 sperms can reach the secondary oocyte, and the rest of these will get disintegrated and some of them will die in the genital tract. And now let's see the journey of the sperms from vagina to ampulla. First, the journey of the sperms from vagina to ampulla, it is promoted by the prostaglandins. The prostaglandins secreted here, these causes the contraction of the uterine muscles. The contraction of the uterine muscles leads to the development of negative pressure inside the uterus. Here the pressure will be more and here pressure will be less. So the sperms from the vagina are sucked into the uterine cavity because of the creation of the negative pressure. In this way, the sperms move from vagina to the uterine cavity. From here, these migrate to the ampulla through movement of the cilia present in the uterine cavity and the uterine tube. Now the whole process of movement of sperms from vagina to the uterine cavity and from there to the ampulla, it takes 2 to 7 hours. And in isthmus, the sperms become less motile and stops migrating. After reaching isthmus, the sperms become less motile or non-motile and they stop migrating. After ovulation, what happens? The ovum from the ovary gets released and it is taken by the fimbriae present in the infundibulum region, and from here the oocyte moves to the ovum, secondary oocyte or the ovum moves up to here, and the sperms after reaching the ampulla, and next the oocyte also reaches the ampulla and the fertilization takes place. Next, after ovulation, the oocyte reaches the ampullary region. The sperms again become motile due to the chemoattractants. These are produced by the cumulus cells surrounding the oocyte. After reaching the ampulla, the oocyte also reaches the ampulla and the sperm also reaches the ampulla. When these two reaches the ampulla simultaneously, after reaching ampulla, what happens? The sperms become less motile and stops migrating. When the oocyte is released and it reaches near the sperm, the chemoattractants are secreted by the cumulus cells that are surrounding the oocyte. These stimulates the sperms to become motile. The chemoattractants are secreted by the cumulus cells, which stimulates the sperms to become motile in the ampullary region. Okay. Now, the sperms again become motile due to chemoattractants. These are produced by cumulus cells surrounding the oocyte. Majority of the sperms die within 24 hours. There are some fertilization barriers. The female gamete is protected from the sperms because there are number of sperms, 200 to 300 million sperms are ejaculated into the female genital tract. Only 200 to 300 reaches the oocyte, but only one sperm should fertilize the one ovum, right? That's the reason the female gamete is protected by three barriers. Those are cells of corona radiata, zona pellucida and the vitelline membrane of the oocyte. And the zona pellucida is made up of again glycoproteins. These are ZP1, ZP2 and ZP3 glycoproteins. Okay. Now the sperm gets the ability to pass through these barriers by two processes. That is, the sperm should get ability to penetrate through these and to disintegrate these membranes and get into the get inside, and it should fertilize the ovum. So it needs to undergo two processes. One is capacitation and the second one is the acrosome reaction. Now let's see about capacitation. The capacitation, it is the modification of the sperms in the female genital tract. So this process takes place in the female genital tract and it occurs about 7 hours. It takes about 7 hours. During this process, what happens? The glycoprotein coat and the seminal plasma proteins that cover the plasma membrane of the sperm in the acrosomal region are removed. Now what happens? Let's take this as a sperm head, and here is the acrosomal cap, and this is the neck, and this is the tail. The neck contains lots of mitochondria, okay, and this has nucleus, and it is covered by a membrane. Now what happens? During capacitation process, the plasma membrane, the seminal plasma proteins present in the plasma membrane, covering the plasma membrane, and the glycoprotein coat in the acrosomal region. This is the acrosome region. This is the acrosome region. It is removed. This process is called as capacitation. It occurs in the female genital tract. Okay. It occurs in the female genital tract. Only capacitated sperms undergo acrosomal reaction and fertilizes the ovum. And in clinical significance, one clinical condition is present here. Only the capacitated sperms can fertilize the ovum. If there was fresh ejaculates in an experiment, we take fresh ejaculates. These cannot fertilize the ovum because they are not capacitated. Because the capacitation takes place in the female genital tract. Now the acrosome reaction. Now the acrosome reaction occurs when the capacitated sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida. Zona pellucida, what is zona pellucida? It is a barrier of the female gamete. So when the sperm comes in contact with when the capacitated sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida, it leads to the acrosomal reaction. This reaction leads to release of enzymes such as hyaluronidase and acrosin from the acrosomal cap. The acrosomal cap contains number of enzymes. Because of the acrosomal reaction, there will be release of enzymes such as hyaluronidase and the acrosin. And the antigenic coating of the sperm initiates an immunological reaction between the oocytes fertilizing and sperms anti-fertilizing. The antigenic coating which is present on the sperms, it initiates an immunological reaction between the oocytes fertilizing and the sperms anti-fertilizing. This is about the approximation of gametes of fertilization. In the next video, we will see about the process of fertilization and steps of fertilization. For more videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you want any video about any topic, please comment in the comment section. Thank you.